everyone, welcome to another episode of Reinventing the Meal. We're making something insanely simple today. It comes from Japan. We're gonna be putting together some tonkatsu. I know people get a little scared about deep frying stuff, but I promise this is like not a big deal. So to make tonkatsu, you're obviously gonna need your pork, you're gonna need a couple eggs, you're gonna need some green onions and some cabbage. I bought Napa cabbage for this. This is all the store had available. For more of your frying stuff, you're gonna need some vegetable oil, some flour, and some panko crumbs. I got the spicy ones just because. And then for our super basic tonkatsu sauce, you're literally just gonna need some ketchup, some soy sauce, and if you have it, some Worcestershire. I don't know how to say it. Worcestershire. Anyway, so we're just gonna get some really easy prep out of the way. You're gonna chop up your green onions and you're gonna put those aside, and then you're gonna finely shred up, or at least as finely as you can, your cabbage, and then also put that aside. To make our tonkatsu sauce, like I said, it is super simple. It is mostly ketchup, and then you're gonna add in some soy sauce, and then if you do have it, some of your Worcestershire, just as like a little extra something in there. Give that a solid mix to bring it all together, put that aside. And now this is the fun part. We're gonna put together our fry station. So just get 2 plates. On the plates, you're gonna put on your flour and your panko crumbs, and in the bowl, you're gonna create your egg wash, which is just literally scrambling your 2 eggs. You're obviously not gonna cook them. We're not making scrambled eggs. You get what I'm saying. And then you're gonna get your pan and you're gonna put just enough vegetable oil to essentially just cover the bottom of the pan. You don't want this to be a deep fry, like in a whole vat of oil. We're just wanting enough to where we can just flip it on each side. That's how we're frying. We just want enough where it can come a little over halfway on the pork cutlets, but nothing more than that. Put your pan on medium and we're gonna go ahead and start getting our pork cutlets put together. So take one of your pieces of pork and you're just gonna lay it in the flour, and you're just gonna make sure it's evenly coated. Don't get too crazy. You don't want anything to clump. Like, it's just like a thin, good layer of flour is all you need. Take your pork that is now covered in flour and dip it into your egg wash. You're gonna alternate hands. You always want like a dry hand and a wet hand when you're doing this fry kind of stuff between like your wet ingredients and your dry ingredients. So use your other hand to get the pork covered in the egg wash. And then from there, you're gonna put that pork on your panko plate. Use your other hand to get it nice and evenly coated in the panko crumbs. A little trick that you can do to make sure your oil is hot and ready for the pork is you can take a few of those panko crumbs and just throw them in the pan, and if they start sizzling, then your oil is ready. So if your oil is ready, go ahead and put in your coated pork. This really should only take like a few minutes each side, and if you look closely while it's cooking, you'll be able to see the color of the panko that's like currently being fried, and if it looks like a nice golden brown, go ahead and flip it over. And then that's another 2 to 3 minutes on the opposite side. You're gonna take them out of the oil and let them sit on either a cooling rack or a napkin just to get the excess grease off of them. Put the pork cutlets on a cutting board so you can neatly slice them for when you go to plate it. And then on your plate, you're just gonna put like a small bed of cabbage. You're gonna rest your pork kind of on top of that. Drizzle, or try to drizzle, your tonkatsu sauce on top of the pork and garnish it with some green onions. That's it. I am super excited to try this. It's so good. It's so basic, it's so simple. It tastes like you think it would. It kind of tastes like a chicken nugget, except it's pork. You got that sweet and savory tonkatsu sauce on there. Oishii. It's really, really good with the cabbage because you have that nice, crispy, refreshing bite to go in there with the pork. This is a move right here. This is so good. There's no reason why you can't try to make this. I was really so hungry, I went and finished this whole thing like on camera, which I usually don't do. I kind of want to make another one. All right, guys, thank you for watching. I really encourage you make this at home. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.